Matt, how you going, and how is it to be back at the reins of the team, mate?
Yeah, good. It's a little bit weird at the moment with where we're situated at the tour at a holiday resort, a little bit out of town. It doesn't really feel like we're at the Tour de France at the moment, but I'm glad to be back. I've just done one race Tour of Switzerland before I came here, but looking forward to getting the Tour de France underway.
Yeah, it would have been tough for you, mate. You know, watching from the side, what's going on. Obviously, you would have been in contact with the boys, but still to be not actually at the races and watching what's going on, it would have been quite difficult for you.
Yeah, it was different. It was different for sure. But look, I watched a lot of the racing the last 6 to 8 months, and sort of try to keep up to date with what was happening in the professional scene as much as possible. But I am really excited to be back in action and getting this one underway.
We've done a few interviews with some of the other riders in the team, Gero and Gossi and Cam, and they're all saying how well the team is gelling together for this year, and the stress is a little bit less because it's not the first tour, being the second tour, and are you feeling the same vibe yourself?
Yeah, and when coming back with six of the 9 from last year, and it's 6 very experienced riders who have worked together well on numerous occasions in the last 15 months. And even the 3 guys who are debutants here at the Tour de France with Cam Meyer, Simon Clark and Svein Tuft, they've got experience, just not at the Tour de France. So I think Svein's probably the oldest debutant it probably could be at 36 years of age to do his first Tour de France. Yeah. But he's been around for 5 or 6 years here in Europe with a lot of experience. And Clarkey certainly proved his ability last year at the Tour of Spain, and he's no newcomer to the professional ranks, and Cam, he's won his 5 or 6 world titles on the track, and he's been at the Giro and the Vuelta before, so it's the first time at the Tour, but not first time experiencing Grand Tours.
What else about for the team? Is there any other objectives apart from going for stages, and how do you feel about the team's time trial?
Yeah, I think obviously Gossi's a big focus for us. I think realistically, when you look at the depth in the sprinting talent this year's Tour de France, mainly with the arrival of some young Germans with Kittel and Degenkolb, and also the 2 Frenchies with Demar and Bohani, we've got a lot of depth in the sprinting ranks this year. We've got Cav and Greipel have been around a long time, and they're both at the top of their game. But those 4 young guns who are very capable on all different terrains, along with Gossi, we've got 7 world-class sprinters, which we didn't have 5 or 6 years ago in the professional ranks, and that's going to be a big focus for us for sure. But I think the team we've got here this year compared to last year, it's a little bit more balanced, and obviously with the inclusion of Clarkey and with Cam Meyer, it opens up a few more stages that we didn't have that opportunity last year. So the goal is to win a stage, whether it comes tomorrow or comes on stage 19. That's the goal for the team. And look, we've had a great 15 months to start with, and it's one box we haven't ticked, and that's win a stage of the Tour de France. With the Giro and the Vuelta and some classics, it's been sensational, but the Tour is what every team's after, a stage win here, and that's what we're aiming for.